I don't want to cause drama for Nadir.
Drama? He wants drama.
I just don't know the guy's name or anything.
That's okay.
I didn't watch the video or anything.
So it's not causing any drama.
Oh, Your Honor, I don't know this man. Sorry to this man.
I'm sorry for this man.
What'd you say about the guy?
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
But is there an intro? Oh, all right.
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, start the podcast.
Fuck. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Danger Knock podcast. Today we got an extra special episode because we got two special guests. We got Chris and Josh in the building. What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
We're gonna have your little names and socials pop up in the corner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See, we have technology.
That's actually
Josh wouldn't know about SpongeBob references because his parents said you couldn't watch it.
No, it was demonic.
That's why we watched it. Listen, ever since the Illuminati stopped making stuff, there's been no
Things
bangers.
have gone down.
We haven't had a Run This Town by Rihanna since then.
You're so
That's
right.
actually right. Yeah.
You're so right.
There's nothing that has reached that level.
There's no Tate McRae's not sacrificing people. So she can't have fucking bangers. No. That's just the law of the land.
And she got that one song that I do like.
Which one?
Race or sports car?
Sports car.
Sports car.
That's one. I had to sing it.
Is it from the F1? Because I remember she made one for the F1 soundtrack that I liked. Lose Yourself or something? No, that was something else.
No, the song is called Sports Car.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
and
good.
I don't know if it's F1. She's just
it would make sense if it was an F1, but
a sports car, you know.
Oh, okay. Hey, we're gonna get copyrighted. They're gonna say that's so similar to the original.
I don't think so. That was free use because I don't think anyone's gonna recognize that from the actual song. You know?
Fuck. I thought you were gonna say something that would have led to a good segue. But speaking of media,
speaking of things we observe,
consumption and demonic entities. Oh, there we go.
I mean, I was gonna say I was trying to give a layup at some point, but
yeah, that fucking airball. She got blocked. But anyways, so today we're gonna be doing a double movie review. Oh man, we didn't even talk about the first movie we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's
okay. But you guys have both seen Backrooms, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I figured we'd get Backrooms out of the way, and then we'd go into the much longer.
Because there's not much to say about
the much longer discussion about Obsession. It's funny because every most of the podcast episodes I do, like the titles, it's like some kind of pun, and I'm like, oh, this is like a Barbenheimer situation. But then I was like, oh, Backsession. And I'm like,
oh, dude, that's
But you have to.
I have to.
You have
to. There's no
You can't do Obsessed Rooms.
That's so good.
Fucking Backsession.
Backsession. Episode 30. Backsession.
Episode 30, Backsession. But yeah, let's talk about Backrooms. I was, as a chronically online individual, I was kind of hyped for it based off of all like the creepypasta stuff that was about like liminal spaces. And I used to have dreams like that where like I'd wake up and it's like not even necessarily scary, but you're just in a place that like goes on forever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. And there's no one there to like fucking talk to. Nightmare situation for me.
Yeah.
I will say, I think that's what made Backrooms as like a phenomenon, like one of those things that like reached so many people, and why people were like so stoked for it is because liminal spaces are like this weird, like recognized feeling that like every person has their own version of a liminal space. And the Backrooms just like caught on, and it was one of those like community collab things where like everyone can write fiction or like make films, like Kane Parsons did, like, you know, like they were all everyone was able to contribute a little bit to it, which I think is what made it so prevalent across like the internet.
Yeah.
Same reason why like you said, creepypastas and like SCP Foundation, all that stuff was like flying
I'm so
off the
excited
handle.
for the SCP.
Wait, what is that?
Oh, you know the SCP Foundation?
No.
SCP Foundation?
Oh, let me guess. Oh, the first one was bad. I was gonna say Society of Colored People. Hey,
it's not that.
That's not.
Okay.
Not
SACP, double ACP. The Society Association of Colored People.
I forgot what the S stands for, but it's like something containment protocol or something.
It could
like
be
that.
something,
but
it could be something containment
special
protocol.
containment.
Special, yeah,
maybe
special.
But it's effectively like
Don't quote
people
me
get
on
to
that.
make up their own like creatures or like weird reality altering phenomena, and then they assign it a number and like a designation. And the idea is the SCP Foundation is this secret covert government organization that like collects and studies these things, and they're trying to keep it hidden. It's all kinds of lore, but in effect, I don't want to get too off the rails, but effectively, it's one of those things where anybody can write a piece of fiction and introduce it to the community of the SCP Foundation, and they write it as if it was like actual like lab reports,
Like
or
case files
or yeah,
in a way.
or like journalists like talking, like that's
Yeah.
kind of how it goes.
And there's a movie coming out about it. It's in super, super, super early production, but I think Steven Spielberg is going to direct it.
Fuck.
He's a producer, something like
No,
that.
he's
Like,
directing it.
it.
Yeah.
Dang, his toes are in it. He
Yeah.
said, "I want that money."
So it's funny because in the Backrooms, I just saw it recently, and they had like a newer version or edition called like the Everything Must Go version, and they
Oh, that's
had
cool.
a post-credit scene which was like 15, 20 minutes.
A 15-20 minute post-credit scene.
Let me tell you,
Oh,
I have like video. Like this is where like in post I'll like put some of it because I filmed some of it because it was insane.
The structure was submerged, and we had no way to determine the true vertical extent without destructive investigation. We weren't prepared to perform at that stage. The spacing between signs 1 and 2 was 3.47 meters. Between 2 and 3, 3.26 meters. Width was the only dimension we
The worst way possible.
Oh, no.
It was like 14 minutes of them like finding like those people in the lab coats
Yeah.
or in the fucking hazmat suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were running around, and then they found some of the artifacts, and one of them was like the signs that were kind of appearing that were originally in the furniture store. So it said everything must go, but they would like repeat. So one sign would be partially in, the other side would be like halfway in, and the other side would be like all the way in. And they're just like studying those things and measuring them. And they're like, yes, we found this sign, and it was 13 by 8 inches, and the other one was by like 12 by 2 inches, and we're trying to do the math behind why these things are correlated, and we couldn't justify something. That was the whole thing until the very end. They broke down a wall and they walked down a hallway and they saw a TV, which I think was the TV that the dude was watching. And they're like, what's a TV doing here? And then scary noises happen, and then the camera cuts. And that's the whole
so
extra.
And what did we learn from that?
here, okay,
Yeah.
this is the main thing I want to say about the Backrooms movie. Like as a film, as someone who watched the original Backrooms video, has watched a lot of Kane Parsons stuff, likes his stuff, I was really looking forward to the movie. As a film, I felt disappointed by it as like a standalone story. But what I will say is I think the people that are super into the Backrooms lore and into like all of the stuff that have to do with like liminal spaces and just like this story and this world that's kind of been created along the Backrooms, is that they are seeing this as almost like an episode. It's one entry
True.
into it's one entry into the story and the world of the Backrooms. So for me, as like a person who's a storyteller and actor, right, like when I'm watching this film, I'm expecting a complete story, which again is why I was disappointed. We can talk more about that. But the people that really, really love the source media, that post-credit scene, I feel like they're gonna love, because they're gonna be like, oh, these measurements mean something, and they can go in and actually figure out based on the measurements like how much is the Backrooms actually copying people's memories and all that kind of stuff. And I think they will eat it up. It takes a special kind of person, I think, who will really appreciate that.
I think the people. So I think you're very spot on, because they made it in a way that the original versions were from like I think the YouTube channel, where they were like the Backrooms were filmed as like found footage of these dudes running around in their like studying stuff. So it's kind of like an homage to that, and it was actually essentially made as the intro to the movie, and that's why the intro is the dude running around looking for like. He's like, hey, get me the fuck out of here and like help me. He's hitting the alarm. That's one of those dudes. It's like what happens right where that post-credit scene ends. They just thought that it would have been too long to have like 20 minutes of this up front.
Sure.
So they cut it to the very end where he's just running around being scared, and they put that as like an extra in the back, which I think I kind of like that.
I like that choice for like a film, is kind of puts you right in the middle of it. But along the lines of what Josh was saying, I think we're seeing this 50-50 split on the internet of like, I love this movie and I hated this movie. And I do feel like I'm somewhere in the middle of like, I was really excited for this. I'd watched so many streamers play different games. I read the creepypasta. I was really into it. And I really connected with like having kind of like you said, liminal space dreams constantly as a kid. I had dreams where I was like walking down a hallway and there were just doors that lead to nowhere, that lead to creepy things, that lead to memories. And I was super looking forward to exploring that in this movie. And that didn't really happen. But I think people really, really liked it because it gave the vibe, I think, of what they were hoping to get. But as a moviegoer who enjoys horror films for the plot, I found that really lacking. So.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing that kind of took me out of it was the fact that they could just get in and out of it when they wanted to. Like, it takes away the allure of just like you get trapped in this place and you're just like fucked. You're like, what is this place? How do I get out of here? Like, I thought he'd go back to it and it'd be sealed, but it was just always open. So it's kind of like, and he essentially was like, oh, you be careful, you might get lost in here. And like, no one ever really got lost. They just found their way back pretty like easily.
Yeah, I mean, he got lost the first time, but then he spent so much time mapping it out, right? To figure out like where the corridors went. I think if I can talk like a little metaphysically, right? And like the well, not metaphysically, but like, you know, about the meta of the story. To me, it makes sense with the story why he would be able to go back and forth, because I think the story about Clark is that it's his choice to go back into the back rooms and he feels happy. He feels happier there. And so the fact that he has the option to go back into the real world whenever he wants, I think makes it a stronger choice that he knows how to get out and he's deciding to stay inside of it.
He's choosing to be a toxic individual.
Yeah. Which again, like we can, like, that was one of the things I didn't like is the switch up near the end of the film.
I have a lot to say about that.
The last half hour of the film to me was the weakest part of the story.
I don't like when they're trying to explain it and not explain it at the same time. Like what the Backrooms is. Like it's like it reminded me of like Stranger Things. Of like, oh, there's like a fucking papa in the background who's like working on. Have you seen Stranger Things?
Yeah, we didn't watch the last season.
But you know that old dude who's like the science lab guy? They got one of those and he's like, we're running an operation here and we accidentally opened up this thing. It's more scary when it's like, what is this? Like, and to then get lost in the Backrooms itself as opposed to like Backrooms being half of the movie. So that was kind of weird, but it was, I guess, a way for them to like give it a more like heartfelt, I don't know if heartfelt's the right word, but a more intrinsic story as opposed to like the Backrooms extrinsically is scary. The Clark guy had his own intrinsic demons that kind of manifested, and I thought it was interesting that they kind of just like passed the controller to like the lady halfway through. Like he was a bad guy. He was the main character the whole way through. Yeah. He gets killed. All right, forget about him. Now it's this lady who's in the last 20 minutes. She's the main character, which it's hard to like you have to then gain a lot of like connection to her within that short of a time period. You didn't get to learn much about her. Yeah. I mean, you did in the flashbacks, but yeah.
And I think, again, this film left me with a lot of questions, which isn't always a bad thing. And I think, again, people who are big fans of this genre that really love this movie leave with more questions and they go, that's awesome. I have way more questions. I can't wait for the next thing that's going to maybe give me and like drip feed some more things. For, again, me as a person who watched this as a film and wanted to feel some kind of resolution at the end of the story that was presented to us besides Clark dying, right? Which again, that switch up to me, I felt like was really rushed with Clark's character. I was disappointed, and that's the main reason I was disappointed. I like the characters that were presented as like flawed individuals. Yeah. I think that was one of the stronger points of the movie.
I think we were saying too, like we were really invested maybe the first hour of the movie. It was incredible storytelling, world building. We're watching this incredibly flawed man go to therapy. And I remember turning to him in the middle of the movie and being like, guys should go to therapy. Yeah, you're fucked up, dude. Like,
and he's like struggling with it, which is like real, right?
And your
Like,
wife hates you. Like, go to therapy, please. Like, good. He's doing all the things he should be doing. And that's my favorite genre of horror, is when the main character or the protagonist or whoever is doing all of the things that I would do, like in terms of trying to solve the problem and not making stupid choices that make you yell at your TV. And that's what Clark was doing at first, of like, no, he's telling his therapist the truth about what he saw. And he like eventually maps it out and is trying to tell people, like, I found this thing. And then all of a sudden, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think this is part of the reason why they like made it in the 90s like set there, because like otherwise just take your phone out. But the fact that he didn't even have access to a camera, he had to get some other guy. It adds to the story, like multiple characters involved and stuff like that. So those are like, I think, smart choices, because otherwise he'd be like, look.
No, yeah.
But
it plays into the analog horror
and first
like,
of all,
aesthetic, which is like a huge part of that genre too. Right?
Therapist of the year to go in and check on him. Like,
that was insane.
I mean, you
like, does she have no other clients? Like,
I mean, she clearly like saw a struggle in him and did care about him. And then she shows up and she sees the mail and she's like, she had the weirdest interaction when he left, which was there's a door in my wall and it leads to this place. And she's like, what the hell?
This guy's totally not having a psychotic
That's my whole
break.
thought of like, okay, so when does this flip happen? Because not that I'm a therapist or anything like that, but she must have seen something in him that clued her in. Like, he has no reason to lie about this. He seems sane. He's just a guy going through a hard thing that she's probably dealt with clients who've gone through the same things before as well. So why wouldn't she believe him? He had no signs prior of any kind of psychosis.
Yeah.
So for him to then be in...
The dog agrees.
Thank you. For him to then like present as being in like a psychosis when she goes down there and he ties her up or whatever, like, or is she tied up? Or
he ties her
he ties her to the chair.
When she goes down,
It's like, wait, what? Like,
he should have
who
been
is
happy
this
that
person?
she's like looking for him and stuff, and that someone cares.
And that's what I'm talking about. The flip between Clark going in with his like the guy with the camera and like his coworker or his employee, right? And they fall in and that whole thing happens. The switch up, I think it's unclear how much time passes between Captain Clark killing them, right? And then when his therapist, I'm forgetting her name, but she's like stumbles into the back rooms, like searching for him. And I think for me, because we didn't get to see any of the transformation of Clark, that character change comes so suddenly. And then to me also, like, for a world that kind of presents reality as like, well, what if this happened? And like seems to take itself pretty realistically in terms of like the acting and in terms of the setting and caring so much about the minor details. It kind of I was kind of weirded out or like taken out when Clark shows up and he's in a perfectly clean, pressed, different set of clothes. I thought it was like a copy of Clark that the Backrooms had made, like a still life, but was not a still life, like a weird, like actual working copy of him. And then he goes and he starts eating the people, and which was gross. That was horrible when he was eating the still lives. But then he also like,
how
we
did
were
he
talking
figure
about
that out?
Yeah, eating
he
the
must
stuffing.
have attempted to eat them.
But again, like, that plays like, how long has it been? Like, wouldn't that be kind of cool for us to see him stumbling and then like we have a scene where he's starving and he accidentally like kills a still life or like hits a still life out of anger and then decides to try it because he's just so hungry and it ends up working. Like little things like that show his deterioration into that, leading to like a faster pace ending. I would have loved like honestly another 20 minutes of the movie. Or like another even half hour.
Yeah.
It could have been longer if it was in the right places. But for me, that jump was just like so abrupt.
It seemed like two different movies. Like one's a found footage horror and the other is like a psychological, like I'm in someone else's brain, like thriller.
Yeah.
And I think they didn't want it to be like a cookie cutter, like As Above, So Below or Blair Witch Project kind of situation where they're just running around and what was that? Like that could have been the whole movie.
Sure.
Which is I think a more like tried and true formula. But I mean, considering which this kid is like 20 years old, it's a big swing and it's honestly pretty impressive that, especially budget wise, like I feel like if it even had a bigger budget, I would have liked to see them maybe in the back rooms more. But I think part of the reason why they went in and out was 'cause they could only make so many spaces. I felt like, because it felt like they retread a lot of the places again, so it didn't feel as expansive. It felt like it was a building.
Like I felt like I had an internal map of
Exactly.
what the space looked like by the end of the movie.
Because they retracked back and forth in and out of it.
Yeah.
Until that one scene where she's running from the captain and they're going past the pools and stuff.
I feel like as soon as I slid down that first like corridor that was like super heavy angle, I got lost because we start to see like the water levels, like little glimpses of that. And as soon as we got there, I was like, okay, the layout in my brain didn't make any sense. And then once we go to Clark and the therapist, like down there, I have no idea what I'm looking at.
That's kind of the thing, because you're like so spatially aware.
Yeah, but like
I don't know how to parallel park, and I'm fucking.
But I agree with like the first part, like that first area that Clark mapped out. Like it felt like a video game level where it's like, oh yeah, now that we've seen it a couple times, I recognize it, and it becomes familiar, which maybe makes it less scary. And then we slide down, and then again, I don't think they presented the second part of the back rooms maybe as well as
I feel like
as
they were
clear as it could have been.
They were halfway between explaining shit and not explaining shit. Like, okay, this could have been either completely not explained and that's scary, or now that there's laboratory people like studying this thing, it makes it less scary. I'm like, well, then you guys know about it.
Yeah.
It's not like Captain Clark's the first person to like be there. He could be like the 15th person. And they're like, oh yeah, these are the back rooms. There's been weird shit going on, but yeah.
And they know people are dying in there.
Yeah.
Too, and they're not doing anything.
Yeah. And it's like, if you can go in and out, it just seems like.
Why haven't they mapped it out? Or like, well, I don't know.
I think
clearly
they have at some point. They just don't tell us any of that information.
Also,
I guess so.
Every horror movie I watch, I give myself like a rating on what it would take for me to defeat the monster.
Yeah.
Bro, this dude.
He's not.
I would have dog walked this guy. She fucking beat his ass laying down on her back.
Yeah.
Just break his leg.
Like she just got her little like cement hand and just bonked him, and he fucking got cooked. You couldn't take guns in there. If that's the worst that they got down there.
This is a secret.
So that monster that got him, the monster that got that white boy, that looked like some freak shit.
But wasn't that Captain Clark?
No,
I don't think it
so.
was.
It looked
because
like a weird, like
it was a silhouette
octopus or like some
I thought that
was
like some guy's arm.
It was like an entity.
It looked very much like an entity.
So that's scary. Where it's like,
because I know that there's an entity literally named that, I think, or the bacteria monster or something from the original Kane Parsons Backrooms short film, which maybe that was part of it.
God, it pisses me
off. I thought it was
that
Captain Clark this whole time.
20 years old. Like, fuck.
Honestly, the whole movie to me reads as something that was much longer and was maybe unfortunately edited to this.
Yeah, he probably, like, the studios like edited to hell. Like, they do that in movies and like probably took a lot of key like exposition or story out of it.
My favorite part of the movie was the found footage section.
Yeah.
And there's probably so much more of that. There's probably more stuff about Clark that we wanted the extra 30 minutes of, and they cut it to what they thought was most important. I don't know who had a hand in making the final say of all of that, but I would love to see a director's cut. I would watch a director's cut.
Yeah.
I feel like the ending that they gave us, where they're introducing this audience. I know that the people who are fans of Backrooms probably already know about the corporation. I'm forgetting the name of the company itself right now, but they already know about that company that's like been working and exploring the backrooms and doing research. Sure, but as a movie audience, who this is your first exposure to it, I feel like we just get introduced to this corporation, and there's not even really enough like attention grabbiness that makes me care about what they're doing. That makes me want to see like what comes next or have an actual opinion about the company. I don't know, according to the movie, what I'm supposed to feel about the company. He's like, we were making MRIs and then just some shit happened. Yeah, so that's literally what it feels like. Again, all he said. It feels like there should be, now that we've introduced this corporation, there should be another act where she and us as the audience form an opinion about the company and whether they're doing horrible stuff and like she breaks out or something, but we don't get any of that as part of this story.
This was an Apple series turned into a movie.
And I know
it could have been a 6-episode limited series where they could have got into that a little
Yeah, I
more.
think so.
I know Kane Parsons has said that like the next thing he'd like to do is hopefully do a series where he can explore these things more.
More like anthology focused.
I think like just like longer, just
Of Backrooms?
more time to be able to spread and space out the information and like explore stuff. Maybe they explore some anthology stuff, but he just said longer form stuff because I think a movie is easier to make than a TV show, like a whole season. But I don't think he like this needed to be a proof of concept for the general masses.
I feel like they probably maybe pushed him towards that kind of storyline as opposed to, I feel like a Backrooms type movie would have helped being like a slow burn. But then if they're putting that much money into this like young kid, they're not gonna like, it's gotta have some sort of something happening. Like the big name actors have to do something.
Yeah.
Right. As opposed to like an hour-long YouTube special, which I would have sit there and like eat that up.
Right, I would eat that up. Yeah, for
just
sure.
the found footage.
But I do think a lot of people think it's a slow burn, right? Like we spend 15 minutes at the beginning of Clark just exploring it on his own. Like I love that whole first hour. Like it is slow. It's a build up. I just don't think the character work in the second or like the last half hour, 40 minutes pays off what was built up.
He went from like, he had like average life issues, right? Where it's not that it's like
not great,
but it's not that he had some otherworldly like Charles Manson or whatever. What is that the guy who's the killer? Yeah. Like
name dropping pretty heavy over here, Nadir.
Like he wasn't like a psycho. He was just like fucking all of our dads, like
repressed, angry.
But he turned into a sociopath. I guess maybe the Backrooms did that to him and lonely. I guess it was like,
but how and why?
Exactly. He just was like, you know what? I'm the Joker now. It's like out of nowhere.
Literally, no. Like that's what is so confusing to me because like he's just a guy. He's going through a hard time. His therapist has seen this before. She doesn't seem super concerned about his behavior at first either. And then this flip just happens.
Yeah, it like emphasizes like how loneliness can like take people into like more of a whatever.
The male loneliness.
I know, but this dude's like 52. Fucking lock in, bro. Like, and I don't know if he was actively like divorced with his family. He probably was. I think
they were separated.
Yeah, they were separated.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. Could have figured it out.
Was that lady who was standing to like the left of him? The red hair.
That is
his wife?
That's his wife,
bro.
and that's why he took the hair off of the mannequin and put it on the therapist to make her look like his wife.
Yeah, bro.
On some freak shit.
Because those people in that room, I believe, are like copies of his memory of stuff, right? Which is why Captain Clark is like a captain.
So who's the guy fucking with the light?
I don't know. That's I've seen people online being like, who the fuck is that guy?
That was the scariest scene though, when he walks past the Christmas tree and that fucking
and the guy's just
that chick runs at him.
It's creepy.
Huh?
Or you mean when the still life of the wife,
the lady,
then she runs. I think
it was pretty creepy.
Yeah, and then after
that was
that,
probably
he's
the scariest part of the film for me.
And then he turned that into his family.
Yeah,
that was the result of that.
But I didn't find the Backrooms very scary.
Yeah,
it's just supposed to be unsettling or even comforting, depending on who you are.
The beginning of the movie, I do think was scary. That first 15 minutes where he's exploring by himself and he gets lost, and then we hear Captain Clark doing all kinds of shit, and he runs out. That was spooky. I was excited to see where it went, and then they showed him to us,
and then they were like,
she beat his ass with the little handprint cement.
Yeah.
So I guess based on what this movie presents to us as the
protagonist,
I know the like what the Backrooms are and how they work as like, your memories get put into here. If you put someone into the Backrooms who had an amazing life, stable childhood, loves life, and they're happy, they're not depressed or anxious, if you put them into the Backrooms, are they just gonna have a great time?
Yeah. Is it inherently an evil place or just a reflection of whoever?
Exactly. Like, is it inherently evil? Are you always going to get something trying to kill you in there?
Listen, I think that's a great story that you can write to add to the community collaboration that is the Backrooms. I think that, from my understanding, it draws on like the strongest memories and emotions you have. Both of our characters were going through.
So I can't go in there.
Both of our characters were going through like really heavy emotional turmoil at the time. Like we even see with, I'm forgetting her name.
I know. I feel bad.
Yeah, let me look it up.
But when she goes in, and like the very end of the movie ends with the copying of that interview room and her still life being created, because that's a moment of like high tension and emotional turmoil for her.
Mary, Dr. Mary Klein.
Dr. Mary Klein.
Mm-hmm.
So Mary, yeah, like when she's in that room and it makes a still life of her, like we see the Backrooms doing that. And I feel like it's not just doing memories of like every time or happy times, but then we also have those like suburban looking ass house area that's also part of the like Backrooms lore. So maybe there's like been kids got, unfortunately, or happy people that fell in, and the Backrooms took a blueprint of like the happiest memory they ever had.
Mm-hmm. I had when in the last scene before it cuts, and she's like, what made me actually think that dude, that doctor guy at the end, I had a suspicion that he may have been a projection of the Backrooms or whatever, something, because he had asked like, can you explain what's going on in there? Right? Or something. It was some moment when she's like, oh, kind of like explaining what a dog looks like to like a blind person. Mm-hmm. And she's like remembering that that's what Clark said. And that's essentially what that dude is asking her.
Yeah.
So it made me feel like the Backrooms created this entity to interview people, to create spaces. And he's a part of the Backrooms, or he's actively building it.
So here, it's called Async. I just remembered the name of it. Sorry,
yeah.
nerds.
Of the company?
Async, yes, is the name of the company. So to me, the ending part where she's getting interviewed, part of me was hoping that we were kind of getting the rug pulled out from under us, and the whole of Async that we were seeing was actually trapped in the Backrooms. And even though it looked like she got brought out of the back room, she wakes up, she's in this interview room, she was still there. And then the story becomes, we're all trapped in the Backrooms and we're trying to make our way out. But we don't get that. And that was also part of just like what was, again, really disappointing to me. It sets this up and then it's just like, okay, cool. Like we see that guy going home to like a family and kids from work, right? We think that that's in the real world, which kind of negates, unfortunately, sorry, your projection theory, because it's like,
no, I don't
see him.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right. But like if he's seeing this person, they're getting like transmissions from the real world and they're getting this commercial and he's like, I've seen that guy. Yeah. Oh, that guy in the real world, he's now in the Backrooms. And then like, we don't get any of that explained. It'd be cool if that ended up being revealed later. But like, for now, it just seems like Async was just questioning her and they were just like, you just can't leave. Not like, oh, you can't leave because no one can leave and you need to help us all get out of here.
Yeah. And I guess it does take away. At first, I thought she was trapped in the mind of that creature or the replicated version of her, because the way they like cut it.
Oh, sure.
I thought maybe she was in that head, but then I was like, that can't be true if there's Clark and then there's other Clark.
Yeah, they're like all in the same weird, messy space.
Yeah. But all in all, letterbox score, what would you give it out of 5?
Out of 5?
Yeah. You can go point.
Okay, I can go point. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do
2 decimals.
I was going to say 2.75.
2.75.
Yeah.
I think I gave it like a 2 or 2.5.
Okay.
So
because of how much I liked the first hour, I'll give it like a 3.2.
Okay, that's good.
Out of 5. I'll say like cinematically acting, right?
Yeah, great.
Chiwetel Ejiofor, like he was fantastic. I was watching his performance the whole time is fantastic.
It was a huge seller for us to even go see the movie.
Yeah. He's a great actor.
And like him and the actress playing Mary, both of them, like I think held down the majority of that.
Even the
film.
two kids, like the two workers in the store that were dating.
Oh yeah.
They were great too.
Yeah, they
Like,
were
I
great.
liked them. And then we found he probably knew this already because he memorizes faces in movies. But the guy that plays the async employee is the guy from a movie that we watched a couple weeks ago called Creep, which was phenomenal.
It's like a huge.
Oh, I heard about that.
It's like
movie.
a whole found footage like icon.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's a movie that starts out the franchise and then there's a TV show. If you have time, watch it. It's
a
like
dude staying at
hilarious.
another dude's house or something.
Yes.
Okay.
He like
Yes.
hires another dude to record him because he's dying. And,
And he's a creep.
and he's a creep.
Okay,
And it's
all
really
right.
funny and it's like incredible acting. So
Yeah.
I gave that 0.75 is because the first half of the movie I think was a movie. And I was really looking forward to the payoff. And then it just, it didn't happen, but that's okay.
That's I think a perfect explanation. The last like 40 minutes of the film felt like a YouTube short about the backrooms.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of it, like it didn't complete the film that was being set in that first part.
Yeah. Which reminds me a lot, not to go off topic, but it reminds me a lot of another horror movie we saw shortly before that, Undertone.
Hey, this is Undertone right here. Bro, that movie slapped because it was like it was scary with so little to like build off of, but
It was scary.
good.
Like we were gripping the ends of our seats for like the first hour of the film, and then the last hour we were like, what happened here? All
Bro,
of these
I'm telling
plot
you,
points
that whole
just
script
gone.
written by AI.
No, I think
swear to
the
God.
last half of the script was written by AI.
No. Because why is the doctor
Calling her at 2 a.m.
at like
Hey,
2:30
you up?
a.m.
what you doing?
Bro, the timeline for that movie, I swear to God, if you watch it again,
It makes no
it makes
sense.
no fucking
See,
sense.
the problem with
Time doesn't make any sense in that movie. And if that's purposeful, it doesn't actually, I don't
It
think
never
it
addresses
doesn't
that. No.
lead to anything.
No.
That movie was made by
you
AI.
find out that she's never been getting any phone calls at all. Like that's not a thing. She is getting phone calls and she is calling people, but her doctor calls her at 2 a.m. It's like, how?
Listen, I'm the worst and best person to watch a movie. I watch it and I'm like, wow. no,
honestly,
I will
It
not
was
catch
creepy.
a plot
It
hole.
was.
It was
It
creepy
was
and
really
freaky,
creepy.
and I feel like both of us were like in tune where the whole first half we were like, the cinematography is great. They're leaving space right there because there might be something that's going to show up.
It was creeping me out, especially because I think of horror movies as before Haunting of Hill House and after Haunting of Hill House.
I watched that show.
It's so good.
Yeah.
After I watched Haunting of Hill House, I never watched another piece of scary media ever the same. I'm always looking in the corner.
Oh, for ghosts and stuff
in
like
the
that.
background.
I never caught them.
As soon as you cut the screen and only half of the screen is occupied
There's
with actors
something there.
and there's just an empty room, I'm not looking at the actor anymore. Sorry, I'm looking at what's
You're playing
potentially
Where's
over there.
Waldo now?
And that's what that movie was like up until the last like 20 minutes or something like that.
Wait,
when
was-
all the weird scares started happening.
It's just screaming at
It's
you.
screaming,
Yeah.
and then the TV's flashing, and the light bulb goes out. And I worked in a haunted house for one season, and it felt very much like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also is like, I forgot what the reasoning why the demon was on the podcast. Is everybody starting a podcast, even demons? Like,
What was it?
I forgot.
No, there was a set of like
Scary
10
audios.
tapes
yeah.
that they were sent by someone. Don't do that again.
I didn't even touch anything.
That was
There's camera. I
terrifying.
didn't
That
even touch
was
anything.
scary.
I didn't even touch anything. That's crazy.
I don't know if the audio
Whatever.
picked it up, but that's...
See, if a demon was on this podcast, he would get exposed because
A
he'd be
demon
giggling.
is on this podcast.
No, it's on demon time. But I feel like the demon was like start giggling in the background, or the demon was like, "Yo, chill, relax."
She's
Like,
got a great giggle, bro. A little
you got
cackle.
a witch voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the floor is
I already
yours.
did it. The listeners will
Okay,
hear it.
alright.
You'll hear it in post. Don't worry.
I'll do like a rewind section. It's like
It will haunt you. You won't stop hearing it, Nadir.
I'm gonna be in the editing bay, like, "Fuck."
You're gonna be sleeping at night tonight, and you're just gonna hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. I
Listen,
set you up. In post,
know.
make
In
sure
post,
that you play
we'll
you play
plug
the
it back
cackle
in.
when I point at her, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't let you have it that easily.
Come on, no.
The demon's like, all right, get on with the obsession. Hurry up. Fucking
Okay. What we really came here to talk about.
We
was
spent
how
like, I
much-
checked the time. It was like 30 minutes. We're going to talk a little bit about Backrooms. It wasn't like that.
How
1
long has it
hour
been?
and
4
18.
hours.
Yeah.
No, now that we're done like shitting on all of these movies, we did enjoy. I
Talk about good
enjoy
stuff.
watching it.
Critique.
I'm just critiquing it as if I, know something about movies. I don't know anything.
Listen, watch me try to make a movie. It's going to
I
be
know
dog
enough.
shit.
I know
You are media literate, which is hard to find
True.
right now.
Yeah, it's all anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But Obsession,
Mm-hmm.
which we did love, and Josh has pages and pages of notes.
I rewatched it today to make
Yeah.
sure I had actual notes because it's way different analyzing it versus the first time you watched it. Yeah.
And maybe we're biased, but I do think it is a better film. I also know I'm a little biased. We're a little biased, just a tiny bit, because we love Curry Barker and we had watched his stuff years prior to even knowing that Obsession was coming out. So, or like maybe 2 years prior.
Yeah, I've been following his like Instagram shorts, like his hilarious like comedy stuff for like 2.5 years, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we watched Milk and Cereal like maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago,
Fantastic.
and we've been telling people about it for the
I didn't watch
longest.
it.
Damn
Okay,
it!
watch it later.
Yeah, you should
It's-
watch it
It's
tonight.
an hour long, and it's really really
When
good.
you're by yourself.
Listen,
Yeah,
I have
that's
a
good.
bad memory. I'm going to forget what I just watched and go to sleep all happy.
Hey, great.
It's
That's
like-
That's
awesome.
awesome. Not
That's
me.
that CTE for you. I'll never get scared again.
But yeah, so we really liked Obsession.
Yeah, and I saw one of his. I didn't even know it was his, but was it The Chair? His
Yeah.
short film, The Chair. I didn't even know that
also
was from
watched
him
that.
until retroactively people were like, "That's one of his things."
Yeah,
so.
I think we watched that and we didn't know that was
We
him either.
didn't know it was him until we watched Milk and Cereal, and then we were like, "Oh, that's that guy."
That's our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I'll let you guys take the floor. What are your kind of base thoughts, especially as you guys both being actors as well, and this being like a kind of I don't know if it's scrappy is the right word, but like low budget film where it's like a lot of like them being creative with their own kind of sets and stuff like that. So what's your kind of thoughts going into it? Do you look at it in a different mindset with that in mind, or just kind of like I'm watching a feature film?
If I could speak to this real
Well,
quick.
yeah. I mean, Nadir and I have both been extras.
IMDb credits. Let's go. I'm
We
a
have
thespian.
IMDb's. I haven't even looked it up though. Maybe it's not set up yet.
Probably not.
Probably not. The movie's not out yet. But as of publishing this,
Mm-hmm.
the movie's not out. But we are extras. You are the lead actor.
Yes, I'm a working actor and have been working in theater and film and commercials for like over 10 years now. Well, 15. Oh my gosh, I'm old. I'm 30.
You're
guys.
old.
Welcome to the unction, everybody.
Oh, the
Not me.
unction.
I'm in my 20s.
I'm in my 20s for the next month and a half.
I'm in my
Oh,
20s for the next
stop,
6 months.
But yeah, so I think for me, watching him do first off their type of comedy, I think lends really well to this type of storytelling in this horror because Curry Barker as a director really knew in this movie to let the actors do their thing. And there's many instances of this, I think, in this filming that I noticed, especially on my rewatch. But there's not a lot of back and forth flipping between shots.
Yeah.
There's not many cuts and like switching like perspectives to see other characters' reactions. We stay on actors longer than I think most modern movies do. So we get to see the actors actually acting and working and telling their story. And of course, we have incredible talent with Inde Navarrete as like she's fantastic in this film. And I think there's a trust that he has in those actors. And he lets us as the audience like watch before, like a little bit before things happen and then a little bit after things happen. That to me is like the theme of this movie and the filmmaking is like things will be a little too long or a little too loud or for like the jump scares, they'll cut to the shot a little bit before the jump scare actually happens. So you see something coming at you, like the car, with the brick, right?
Yeah.
when you cut to that shot, it doesn't just immediately cut to her breaking through the window,
You,
but
like,
there's a cut
see
and you see
something.
her
Yeah.
coming at the window before she breaks through. And it's just like little tiny moments like that where he
I'm sorry you had
gives.
to watch that again.
Oh, no,
by
it was awesome.
yourself.
It was, but again, like, because it's not my first time watching it, right?
Yeah.
I was like seeing it and noticing, especially
Mm-hmm.
the practical effects that made it feel like visceral and real, and also let them shoot it on such a low budget and let them shoot it so fast.
Yeah.
But they were really creative with the filmmaking, but I think also just let the actors like do the work.
Yeah. I like when an actor or a situation for a scene gives the actor a chance to think on screen without like verbalizing. People are like, it's not like Bear is sitting there like, I think something weird is going on, but I'm not. It's all in their face and all in how they're thinking. And you have to stay on a person's face long enough. It's not like these like Netflix movies where they're verbalizing all the things that they're thinking and it's cutting back and forth and
Or
they're
there's, like,
verbalizing thoughts
narration
with
or
each other.
Narration, yeah.
There's
They're
like
like-
narration telling you what's happening.
Yeah. And they'll do that a little bit when it's like Bear and fuck, I forgot what was his friend's name?
Ian.
Yeah.
That little bitch.
First of all,
Sorry, me and Ian have big beef.
I'll
bro.
say this. Everyone in this movie is a fucking asshole except for fucking Nikki, the original Nikki, which I wouldn't even say that to because she took $20 from the other chick and gave it to a homeless person and it was like, here you go, and just like walked
She's trying to
off.
be
So I'm
to
like,
be fair, I
hey.
think
If
she
that's-
borrows it.
If that's,
That's
the
the-
worst
that's
thing
the worst thing she did, but-
okay.
Oh no, she gave a unhoused person
An
some
unhoused
money
person.
to get food or something. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
yeah.
she was all right, and then the fucking store owner who just lost all of his fucking employees.
And his daughter, bro.
Oh yeah, true. That was his daughter.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Also, my boy Andy
Yeah,
Richter. I love
Andy,
him.
I love it. I'm
I
a big
love him.
Conan fan.
And
So
yeah, same, dude.
when I
Conan's
saw
my
Andy,
favorite.
I was like, let's fucking
And
go.
apparently he was just like, his agents got in touch and he was like, yeah, I'll be in your movie. It's
Shit,
chill.
fucking
And he
why
just
not?
wanted to be part of it because he saw probably some of Curry's stuff and believed
Yeah.
him. And again, to me, seeing Curry make this now, it's like, it seems like he just has so much trust in his team that he's built up so far. So that's like, sorry, I'm talking too much. Y'all talk. What was something you liked about this?
No, that was cool. Like you said, just having stuff linger is way more scarier than just something like there wasn't jump scares necessarily. If anything, there was like audio jump scares of like a scream where you didn't expect
Yes.
a scream to be scrumped. And
Oh wow. Oh wow.
We have officially gone into
many
scrumped
screams were
territory.
scrumped in this movie, and that fucking scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Dude.
And especially a lot of those screams were when she's off screen, so
Yeah.
you're not even prepared to she's not like you're just sitting there and she's either in the bathroom or off camera,
Yeah.
and just fucking
And-
yells at him.
They do such really good vocal modulation with Nikki too. So like there are moments where at first I wasn't sure whether they were actually adding any effects, but when she screams sometimes it is like guttural. Like they are
Yeah.
doing guttural screams, like she's doing that, but they're also modulating it as she's like telling the story of Hansel and Gretel, or she's like
That shit's scary.
talking really quietly. Like when she's saying these things, they are actively adjusting it again, just a little bit, just enough so where it doesn't feel human
Nope.
Yeah.
anymore, but it still is close enough. It's that uncanny valley that they like ride the whole film. It's
And
brilliant.
that's why it was so scary to me
Yeah.
because that's literally my phobia.
Yeah.
My number
Poems?
one phobia.
Poetry.
A child.
Verse.
No.
Mary had get the fuck out.
Well, like Uncanny Valley is just like
Yeah.
horrendous to me. So all of those times when Nikki's like standing in the corner and it's dark and
I
you
flew
can
up.
kind of see her. Yes. And you can kind of see her face. She didn't even have to move. And I was already covering my face.
Yeah.
But then I was like, oh, nothing's happening. So I removed my hand from my face. And then the
That's when they get
freakiest
you.
Face.
movement I've ever seen in my life happens. And I have been implementing that ever since. Aren't you a lucky guy?
Yay!
Yeah.
So also I didn't, because after the movie came out and we watched it, I then saw that BTS photo of Indy with the like Uncanny Valley makeup.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't remember exactly where in the movie it was. And I think maybe
Yeah.
just the angle, I just wasn't able to see it clearly. I wear glasses or whatever. But when I was watching it on like my computer screen earlier today, and she's in the bedroom in that back corner at night, I could clearly see her face, but because the makeup and because of how dark it was, that uncanny valley like came up. It's a whole different face, and I was like,
Oh,
who
yeah.
the fuck is that? Like actively, I was like, now I'm looking at something that I'm supposed to recognize, but I just don't. This is a different person.
Have you seen the BTS of it?
Of
her makeup?
Of her makeup, yeah.
It's
That-
horrifying.
Like, I thought I was tweaking in the theater. Like, what the fuck? I got my eyes fucked up, which they are. And so I was like, is this just like a framing situation? Like, why does she look like that?
Yeah.
And the fact that they were able to make it like the perfect word is uncanny. Like, they didn't give her like a demonic face. They gave her an uncanny face, which is way scarier.
Yeah. Props to whoever the makeup person is. You're a genius.
Yeah.
Because as the resident person with 20/20 vision, I also noticed that something was wrong.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, I couldn't put my finger on it. And that's literally uncanny valley. It's like something's off, but I don't know what it
Can't
is.
put my
And
finger
that's
on it.
freaking me out.
Yeah. And the way she'd move physically, like the backwards walk, scared the shit out of me. It was kind of a vibe, though. She turned into a fucking Jabberwocky real quick.
Dude.
I love
There's-
it. I
there's
love
like-
it, but I hate it.
Like the last time they do a movement like that is like she's walking in front of the window and she does like a
Oh, yeah.
she does almost like this
she
with
did
her
a
hands. And I was
Coraline.
like, that's fucking actually.
She had like a
funny. It's
Coraline stop motion
that's funny as
action
fuck.
going.
Yeah.
Like, even that, like, as a creative decision, like, who comes up with that? It's not like the
I mean,
typical
she might have.
running up the walls
She
type
might have.
shit.
She might have. I don't know. I feel like Curry
Yeah.
would be like, just do something that feels weird. I don't know if he like directed her specifically
Yeah.
like that's the movement we need, but I mean it works and it's weird to just watch. It's not natural. That's not how people should move.
And I also like the storytelling decision, which kind of put a lot of like casual. Oh God, I don't want to sound like those like film people.
And they just
like,
snobbish.
yeah, but
A little
the people
snob,
who
maybe.
like don't be watching movies properly,
Yeah.
and they're like, and it goes both ways. One is like, Bear is actually the villain. And I'm like,
I mean, he is.
a bad guy, but they don't understand the difference between protagonist and antagonist. The protagonist doesn't have to be a good person.
Exactly.
It could be a bad fucking person.
Yeah.
Right?
They're just the person we're following.
And he doesn't necessarily start off as a bad person, but you follow him through bad decisions.
Yes.
And he doesn't have the fucking balls to stand up to something good enough. He's not an inherently evil guy.
Yeah.
Right? So that's something that,
He's an average dude. I'll say it.
and that's the scary part.
And that's the scary part.
A couple things.
Women
Just-
stand up.
Yes. Real quick on that. It's crazy because he is an average guy working in this music store in this small town. And I just, on that point, I want to get what you said about the beginning of the film too, because I think there's a lot to say. I think a really good note about that. But when Nikki asks him, like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I don't know. Like these are his best friends and no one knows what he wants to do for a career. Like this is a person that doesn't seem to have had any ambition. And he comes up with the like food critic thing. And she's like, what? Okay, cool. And like that becomes a thing. But like no one seems to know what his whole deal is or like what he wants. His personality is like, I don't really say anything. Okay, cool. Anyways, what I want to say about how the movie begins. The first 2 minutes of the movie, the actual movie, tell us everything we need to know about Bear and Ian.
Yeah.
Right? And how they view women specifically too. Because how does the movie start?
They're
In the diner.
They're in the diner. The movie, the opening shot is a close-up of Bear being the most vulnerable he is in the entire film. Speaking his truth about how he feels about Nikki. Open-heartedly. To almost to us.
Yeah.
And we as the audience think that he's actually telling someone.
Yeah.
And I think that like what's crazy is that sets it up so that the whole rest of the movie, I felt like I was waiting for him
to run that back.
to get back to that point where I was like, I like him. Because I liked him at the beginning. I liked him in the very first shot of the film.
How do we get back to that version of Bear?
Yes.
Yeah.
And literally that happens. The first scene, he does that. He's like, oh, was that weird? And Ian's like, bro, what the hell? That was, And the girl that's there, Ruthie is her name, right? The character's name, who works, the waitress at the shop. She's telling him like, no, this is good. And what do they both do? They both ignore her. They're both like, no, thank you. You just go back to work.
Believe women.
They ignore what she says, right?
Yeah.
They don't take any of her advice into account and instead follow what Ian said, because for Bear, it's literally the easiest possible thing he can do. He has
The
shows
least amount of effort.
no courage.
Yeah.
And Ian convinces him that they have all the time in the world.
Ian is Bro. Like literally
Bro.
fucking set him up for fucking failure.
Bro.
Because he's jealous.
And when he was about to confess himself, Bear was about to do it himself at the bar, and he kept interrupting, knowing full well that's what he was trying to do. So big asshole Ian just fucked that whole thing up.
Bro. Yeah.
And he had every opportunity to tell Bear, like, yo, like, me and Nikki,
We're getting
But not even
that's
that.
fine. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, let your friend deal with that. You didn't know. Or maybe he did know that Bear had a thing for Nikki and he still, fucked around with her anyway.
First of all, the
Either
whole friend
way.
group fucking sucks ass.
It was so
fucking-
like incestuous. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate when friend groups are like that.
They're like,
They're all best friends, and yet they all want
and
to fuck.
how many
else's
people
group.
do you need to fucking work at a
A
music shop?
dying music
In
shop.
a
Who's
small
buying
town,
shit?
yeah.
What are they getting paid?
And they're all on the same shift.
Hey guys, it's Andy Richter. Okay, don't ask questions.
It's funny.
Don't
He's
ask
not paying them. They're just all unpaid interns. But yeah, so I think that's like part of the thing where it's like each character had their own like situation, but since we're following Bear, his lack of courage is the biggest indicator of why things are going wrong. All of this could have been
Absolutely.
solved at multiple points in the film. Like, even let's say, like, so I think that his people online were kind of arguing about whether his first wish was evil, and I don't think or his wish originally was evil. He didn't know that this thing is gonna work necessarily, and also it's not like an evil wish. It's kind of like it's a bit of like a childish wish, but like even I think in Aladdin he like wished for the same thing, and the genie was like, "Nah, chill, like that's not good."
Yeah,
Right?
he says like, I can't make
And
anyone
so, but no
love you.
one thought that Aladdin was some psycho freak for thinking that in the first place. They just moved on from that
But
until
this-
you see
yeah.
the repercussions of it, and then you're like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
But once he realizes that shit's not right, that's when you need to log in and like try to rectify. Not when she bashes your other homies fucking through the steering wheel. Now I got to decide, or also like basically like raping her, knowing full well that she's not operating as Nikki. She's like something else. But and she just fed you a fucking cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now she's like, anyways, fuck it. Let's get
Yeah.
fucking.
No, I mean,
Speaking of the cat,
Oh,
sorry. Before we move on to the rest of the story, I just need to share one thing. I took a photo, okay, of the shot where it shows after Sandy's dead, okay, and it shows the pill bottle on the floor. Next to the pill bottle is a
I'll put it
ripped
on the
open
screen.
bag of cat food, of dry cat food, and two like half open left cans of cat wet food. Can you see that? Like, can you show that to him? Or if you grab that.
take it.
So maybe it's just that dressing, but this is also like telling me that I don't think he knows how to take care of this goddamn cat.
What the fuck? The cat didn't open this shit.
Right? Who opened these cans of wet food?
And
the
left
pill
them out?
bottle left the bag of dry food and the pills all next to each other on the floor.
Like, we have 2 cats.
Yes.
And our house would never look like that. We
Uh-huh.
don't even leave chocolate chip cookies on the counter because chocolate is poisonous to cats.
Yeah.
So why would you have an open bottle of pills, the dry food in disarray, which can go stale in like 2 days if you
Yeah.
leave it open. And if you don't put a can of wet food in the fridge, it'll go bad overnight.
And it's open.
So and there's 2 of them. That's
They're just like half
That's
open, which is
crazy.
something like again. So to me, I just saw that and I was like, hold on a second, what the fuck is this?
Oh, and someone also said that when he first saw the cat Sandy in the garden, he's like, "What did you do?" Instead of, "What the fuck did I do?" This cat just clearly didn't go to the
Yo.
bathroom,
So-
open up the cabinet, take it to the
so-
living room, and then fucking.
more on me psychoanalyzing Bear for a second, because he constantly, and I think maybe this is like one of the main themes of the film, just takes the route that requires the least amount of thought. He doesn't like to think ahead. I don't know if he just doesn't trust himself or, for whatever reason. We don't know too much about his background. We know a little bit. But the woman in the store who sells him the one wish willow,
Yeah.
she even like warns him ahead of time, right? Like, you have to be careful with this, word it proper. Like she's
She's not that active.
She's
She's
not-
very apathetic, actually. in that
She, like,
scene.
it's-
She's like, yeah, whatever. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people come back and they complain about their wishes. And he's like, what do you mean? Because it's a scam? And she's like, no, it's not a scam. And he's like, oh, sorry. And she's like, no, they make a wish and they regret it. And he's like, what?
But even
she doesn't explain it.
Sure. But
she
even
tells him that.
hearing that, if someone were to tell you that, like people make a wish and then they regret it, wouldn't your first instinct be like, let me word this properly?
I just don't think he thought it was real. So he just like fucked around and was like, what, like a shooting star type shit.
He was also going to give the wish to Nikki
Yeah. Like,
originally. I find him very impulsive.
I thought it was like a novelty thing to him, and he just whatever the fuck, and he's like, well, I'm not gonna give it to her. Listen, the second she flipped up and came back to the car after he cracked that shit, I'm like, yo, whoa, we got some shit on our hands. We gotta tell the news about this. I'm like, fuck you, Nikki. We gotta take this to the fucking
she acts
CNN.
so
Not
weird in
CNN,
that
but
scene.
whatever.
And I think the writing is brilliant and the acting is brilliant, of course, in that scene. She acts so fucking weird. And again,
Yeah.
you see her like flip-flopping
Yeah.
back and forth between real Nikki and freaky Nikki,
Yeah.
which is, and you see it, right, happening.
She doesn't like to be called that.
I know she doesn't. But what's crazy is I wrote a note about this. When he calls her Freaky Nikki, when he's like, all right, Freaky Nikki, and she like stops and she's
Yeah.
like, you know, I don't like being called that. The cinematography is storytelling, bro. They call her that and her head is cut off by the car.
Uh-huh.
It's like a view through the window. Her head is cut off. She stops, turns around and is like, you know, I don't like being called that. And it doesn't show her face until she then like walks away. And then he makes the wish. And then when she comes back and appears and comes back up to the car, she's also cut off from her head. So Freaky Nikki has taken over.
Whoa.
They're telling you with the cinematography that Freaky Nikki is
Freaky
here, bro.
Nikki.
And then even later, first off, she's even like,
Yeah.
I'm your Freaky Nikki. And it's weird.
And someone
She
says
knows.
that there's something about like reflections that kind of like trigger her going back to her original self, which is why when she saw herself in the rear view, she's like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then she got back to it. And then there was another time, I think, in the bathroom where she freaked out. And another time when she got handed a bottle at
And
the party and
saw
saw the reflection of herself in the bottle and she flipped
Maybe that
for
makes a
like
lot
2
of
seconds.
sense. Now I have to make a third. I have to do. A
Write
third
that down,
watch
write that
through.
down.
Write that down. Write that down.
I also, because we're talking about this, like scenes with her in the car and when she flipped, I saw a lot of discourse online. Because, you know, the incels online have to be like, well, it's Nikki's fault, actually.
Just existing.
Because women always know. And you know what? A lot of times women do know when you have a crush on them. Y'all are not subtle, and the vibe changes.
That's Josh's face.
No,
By the way,
no,
these two are
that's why-
married.
that's
We
why I'm
didn't
not saying
even
so.
we didn't even talk about that. Yeah.
That's why I'm not saying anything, because I want you to finish your thought for sure.
But I've seen people just kind of dogpiling on Nikki, just being like, even if he didn't say in that moment how he feels about you, you know, she knows, sorry, not you, but Nikki knew how Bear felt about her, and she could have addressed it.
Yeah.
She could have asked him, like, or been like, hey, I know you feel this way. I don't feel the same way. Or, you know, let's try it out. They were trying to put the impetus on her. But that's not how this goes. And like any woman, well, not maybe any woman, but most people, regardless of gender, want romance. They want someone to be brave for them. They want someone to tell them how they feel. And maybe she also knew she didn't feel that way about him because she's fucking his best friend.
But let me tell you this. I'm sorry, Nadir. It looked like you were about to say something.
I was gonna say that I think it was Curry Barker, or they just said that in the behind the scenes they shot it like 2 or 3 different ways. One with that she likes him, one with that she does it, and one that's kind of like whatever. And they used all 3 of them and cut them into it.
I love that.
So that the point is not whether she likes him or not. It's almost
not.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Because it's not like if she did,
that.
then he didn't have to, or if he didn't, then he didn't have to, or whatever. Because it's not about her, it's about him and his situation with whatever's going on. So I thought that just like a forethought where it's like the leave. I don't normally like leave it to the audiences because that just shit pisses me off because I'm like, just fucking tell me. But I think that was a good way of doing that because regardless, it's not supposed to dictate Bear's action of being good or bad.
Exactly.
beyond that point, because that's all relevant. Halfway through, I forget whether he likes her or not. I'm like, you got a person hostage right now, like possessed by something, and you're just not addressing that. I think the liking and not liking beyond that should be out the window.
Yeah. I really like that. I didn't know that they did it that way.
And also, because people then mention that, oh, Sarah, I think the other girl, right, was her name? She said that, oh, she only sees you as a friend. But then you find out that Sarah likes him. So you can't take what she says for face value either, because she might be trying to fucking homewreck. You know, because she was like, I was trying to kiss you at that party. Meanwhile, this girl's like, people have already addressed that Nikki has lost her marbles. And you're trying to steal her man right now. This is the wrong time to be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. What I was going to say too, though, about about that moment in the car is that, like you were saying, people complaining about Nikki needing to take the impetus don't realize that she put all the work in that scene. She brings up liking people. She brings up Sarah liking him and asks him how he feels about it. And then she flat out says to him, right? This is pissing me off that people are making that discourse, right? Yeah. But she flat out says to me, do you like me? Do you have any feelings for me? And he says no. Now, I love this idea of like them using different versions where, you know, one version she does like him, one version she doesn't, right? Or like one that doesn't, it's unclear. But I think it also says, like, if he had the courage in that moment to express his feelings to her, maybe that would have been the thing that tells Nikki, oh, this person trusts me and is able to be vulnerable with me, and maybe I do want to try that out. But instead, he's a coward in that moment.
He had a Riz alley-oop.
Unable to take the simplest step of just admitting his feelings. And in doing so, again, from the story that we know, forever closes the door on that possibility because of what he does next, which is make the wish.
I would have wished for some fucking superpowers. Fuck Nikki. Like, this kid, had he known... that's the problem is had he known, he still might have did the same thing.
And that's why I treat every wish as if it's real. I really do.
You never know.
You never know.
Okay.
I'm trying to go into any other like smaller details. Do you have anything in your notes that you haven't hit yet?
The use of lighting in the film is really cool. Freaky
Silhouettes.
Nikki, evil Nikki, right? Or rather possessed Nikki is like almost constantly in silhouette and her face is darkened.
Yeah.
And I feel like that might be a call out to, it reminds me of the thing that John Carpenter did in The Thing, the movie The Thing, the original one.
I haven't seen it, but yeah.
Where there's supposedly a hint where when people are human, they have normal eye lights, which is they have a light that's reflected in their eyes. But when someone is actually the thing taking the form of that person and not human, they don't have any highlights and their eyes are dark.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I feel like something similar, even if that's not the case exactly, something similar is happening here where Nikki is being put in silhouette very often. And again, the camera holds on that for a very long time. So we're just left seeing kind of vague shape of Nikki, but not able to actually discern any real humanity from that.
I did notice when they were doing that, and I thought it was a choice specifically to show that we were seeing like bad Nikki. But speaking of possession, that brings me to my favorite theory that's come out of this movie.
I think I know where you're going.
Is that possessed Nikki is actually Sandy.
Yeah, that's how you were going to go there. The cat.
And because I haven't rewatched it, and you rewatched it today, I'd be interested to hear if you have anything that debunks it. Because every time I think about different parts of the movie, I'm like, yeah, that's how a cat would act.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who, even down to the wish, who loves you more than anyone or anything else? Your pets.
I mean,
our cats want to like crawl into our skin.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Literally,
they wait for you at the door when you open it, just like how Nikki was, and then I'm trying to think of.
She gets so clingy. Like, can I come into the bathroom with you? Who's in the bathroom every time I'm? She could be dead asleep, and our cat Thalia will hear me go into the bathroom. She's up out of her bed, in the bathroom with me. Like that is such cat behavior.
Yeah.
I will say on a second viewing, I didn't see any evidence for that
What
theory.
about how she moved?
But I think it is like a fun brain teaser of like, what is this entity that is possessing? Is it the spirit of this cat that he neglected and yet for some reason is like obsessed with him in this cat-like way? But from what I recognize, I don't see any cat-like behavior besides
Not like
feeding the cat.
not like
to
feline,
him.
but just like if a cat were to become human, how would they act?
I think at least our cats, I think, would also want to be like, I need to be alone. Oh, look, here's a sunspot. I'm going to stand in the sunspot for a little bit, right? So for me, I don't know if there's concrete evidence of that.
She's more of a dog of like, want to hang out, kind of situation.
More so to me, it does feel like,
I don't know. We have pretty clean cats.
yeah, sure. But it does feel like the materialization of this wish, which is just as worded, I want Nikki to love me more than any fucking person in the world. Right.
Yeah.
That's I think I'm maybe like one or two words off, but like that's effectively the wish. And that's all that this person feels. He even asks her at one point, like, do you like me? And she's like, I love you so much.
All right, you're
Right? She
freaking me
does that
out.
little thing. But she like that's what she says.
Mhm.
She's the embodiment of that sentence, that phrase.
Yeah.
Versus anything that has to do with like actual familiarity or like bonding.
Which is the interesting, I think that's a good segue into this other portion of she's possessed, but by an idea, not by like a demon, but by an idea, which is crazy to think of like what the kind of world building of this Willow world is like when he calls the helpline and the person on the phone is Curry Barker, which is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you want to like talk to the real Nikki? And she's like in the depths of fucking Tartarus. Just freaking screaming, where the fuck is she? And that's like such a scary thought that like she's there.
She's in
she
the
didn't
background.
get replaced. She got like put in her own brain prison. And the fact that she's still there hidden somewhere, like there's like a magic system going on here, which I thought was very interesting. And it could have been reversed with like another person's wish, which listen,
Well, it was.
yes, I think this guy, fucking Bear, is such an idiot. He could have locked in. So this is what I would have done. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, foolproof plan.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was not foolproof, but you get a one wish Willow. He had like 4 of them at the end,
Yeah.
right? You don't have to fucking go to Ian, right? You have to do this whole explanation. You could have went even before Sarah got killed if you were not a piece of shit and wanted to keep taking advantage of her. You could have took a one wish Willow, right?
Oh, you thought about this.
Or he thought about this. He
Go
has
to a
plan.
homeless dude. Be like, yo, I'll give you 100, 200 bucks. Just break this and say this. Guys will be like, all right, whatever. Right? Breaks it. Like, I wish that Bear never made his wish or something like that. And you don't say that this is real. The homeless guy, 100 bucks. That guy will never be able to get another wish, which would have been nice for the homeless guy to get a wish to like, had he known, he's like, I wish for a house. But you could have solved that or told anybody else.
Yeah.
But he tells Ian, who is already ingrained in all this world, you can't make him be a part of it because then he does what then he does.
Yeah.
Ian had
be an asshole.
no redeeming qualities.
No.
He's not a boy.
He's not
He's not a boy with an eye.
He's
you
a
know?
hater.
He's not a-
He's a D1 hater.
he's not a boy's boy.
He's not a boy's boy. That's not my boy. I got my boys. If some shit was happening and I go up to my best friend.
Tier would never do that to you.
If I went up to Tier, shout out Tier. If I went up to Tier and was like, Tier, I'm sorry, don't ask questions. Real quick, I just need you to do this thing. Can you just say this?
Mhm. Now I would
Easy.
yeah.
We're done, bro. That's it. If I go up to my friend and I go, bro, I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time. Crazy stuff is happening. You've seen that some of the crazy stuff is happening. I can't explain. Just do this. They're gonna do it. I have like multiple people are gonna do that. Not everyone has that. I get that. But you gotta choose your friends also, bro. And be a good friend back. Sorry.
Are you the type of person that if someone's like, I mean, I already know that. I don't know why I'm asking this.
No, what's that?
Like if someone's like, oh, I got some weird shit going on, like paranormal, you guys are gonna be like,
I have a ghost hunting app on my phone.
yeah. I when I started the question, I knew it was I knew the answer. Me, I'm gonna be skeptical.
Listen.
But I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I'll see for myself
That's him.
because I love side quests and adventures.
Yeah.
I've had shit happen to me where I'm like, I remember one time I was in my bed and I heard a big crash in the middle of the night, like a big crash in my room, right? And I got so scared and I got up. And every time something scary happens to me, I say like one of two things. I forgot what the other one was, but I say like,
Oh, now
I say like interesting developments. So I was like interesting developments as I'm like walking past this to turn the light on because I know I might see some shit.
It was in
here.
Hell yeah.
Turns out that big ass fucking Halo Funko Pop fell off the top,
Okay.
and I know his ass be falling. But in the middle of the night, when you just hear a big thud,
No, that's terrifying.
it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, bro.
Today at work, this is actually so embarrassing.
Same. Tell
we're
the
both
world.
like laughing before telling our own
Tell
story.
the
No,
world.
I had one of the scariest moments at work today. Tons of people in the office.
My boss told me to do something.
Oh. But I had my my AirPods in. I had one AirPod in because I was listening to an audiobook while I was like doing some invoicing stuff at work. So it's like kind of a menial task. I needed something else to distract myself. And I had my phone in my pocket and I was like, oh, I have to use the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I guess I got so engrossed in my audiobook, I forgot that I was in the bathroom and like what bathroom sounds were going to sound like.
Yeah.
And so I start peeing and I freak out. The sound of my
You scared
pee.
yourself?
You're like a
Yes.
shelter cat that just gets freaked out by what the fuck? Oh, it's me.
Well, because I'm listening to this like
Yeah.
riveting audiobook that is like so scandalous because it's a memoir written by this ex-executive at Facebook. And she's like one of the right-hand people of Mark Zuckerberg. And she's telling all of these like crazy stories of how awful all of these people at Meta are. And so I'm like so engrossed and I forget what I'm doing. And then I just hear this noise and I'm like, on the toilet, like, what the hell was that? And then, but
That's funny.
When
That's a testament to how good this fucking audiobook is. That's a good plug.
I was,
Hey.
It's called,
It can't be that good then. If you can't remember.
no, it's got like a punny name, but I'm thinking of the wrong pun. It's called
Two-faced. The
Careless People.
Careless people?
Yes.
Interesting.
when it comes to me,
Oh.
I'm of the firm opinion that I don't know.
Mhm.
So,
I forgot we were talking about paranormal
if
stuff.
my friend or my wife, if someone comes up to me that I care about and is like fervently, like truly believes that something is wrong or they have something going on, they're like, I just need your support right now. I don't care if I don't believe in ghosts.
Of course.
In that moment, I'm like, hey, you think you're seeing a ghost? Let's make sure that you get through this safely.
Mhm.
That's all that matters. I'm not gonna be like, what are you talking about? Because you know what? People who do that, they're the ones who are scared.
And they're the one that the ghost kills first.
Exactly.
You gotta lock in.
Exactly.
You gotta lock in.
That's
So
how you
fucking-
survive a horror
That's how you
movie.
survive. And I mean, you're skeptic, but I guess I don't know because
I believe in some.
Some.
believe-
I don't
believe in you
know.
with some.
That's what I'm saying.
You're,
I
like,
don't know.
agnostic about it because I used to have really, really bad nightmares all the time, and then he started casting a literal spell on me
Yeah, I
every
cast
single
spells.
night.
I go,
Every single night.
That's the spell?
He gives me sweet dreams. It's his sweet dream
Yeah.
spell. And when he doesn't do it, I have nightmares. So I don't know if I placeboed myself into this
Yeah.
situation, but like,
I want to listen. There's some psychological stuff going on here.
hey, it works.
Yeah, as long as it works. Well, now you painted yourself in a forever job, which I guess that's the point. But you're gonna forget one day and be like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, right,
you're already asleep.
right.
You're already asleep, and you're like, "Oh, fuck."
I mean, it's not like 100%. Like if he doesn't have, if he doesn't cast his spell, I'm 100% gonna have nightmares. That's not how it happens. But like when he does do it, there's like a 99% chance I'm not gonna have nightmares, which is pretty awesome. As a chronic nightmare haver,
It's a good Yelp review.
Hey,
It's like keep the what is it called? Sleep paralysis demons at bay.
yeah, keep him away.
I'm a believer. I'll just say it. I believe it. I don't know what the explanations are, but I've had experiences. I know people have had experiences. People in my family have told me about almost like down to the detail same experiences that I have. And so that led me to believe that this might be a hereditary thing. Maybe we're all experiencing the same psychosis. I don't know.
Listen, I don't believe in anything until I'm in a dark and scary basement and I'm like, fuck. There's some shit going on here.
Yeah.
We were at an Airbnb once, me and my family up in Michigan, and there was so much creepy shit in this house. There was like weird like paint.
Airbnbs are like their own liminal space. It's weird.
God,
It's
there was
fucking
weird paintings.
Yeah.
There was like a book with my brother's name on it. I'm like, what?
What?
Like that? His name is Haroon. That's not a name that you
That's
just
not a normal
see
name.
in a white
Haroon?
people's Airbnb. It was like, and then there was like a weird like painting. Like me and my cousin were sleeping in a room, and there was a painting above each of our beds, and it was like one was like a weird looking like sheep or something. I don't know. I have some like Snapchats, but it was funny because as a family we were all like praying, and like I think we like the dining room area, and there's like a fucking literally a barbarian cellar door in the kitchen. We hear banging from down there, and it's locked from the outside or whatever. Well, we don't know like down there, but like we opened it and saw there's like just a barbarian cellar, like wooden stairs that don't look like.
You heard banging?
So while we were in the midst of praying, we heard banging from the inside. You could hear it was muffled from down there because we're facing it. Right? So like it's right in front of us and we hear it like right there. And my hands are just, I'm like,
That's the face you make. You go,
I was like, we gotta lock in. Everybody pray harder. Just like,
Inshallah, we will not get
inshallah,
killed
we don't
tonight.
get cracked by it. But I was like, this is the safest thing for us to be doing right now.
that's wild.
But that was wild. And then of course we opened it up.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
I think I went down there and it was just like the old rickety like laundry stuff in there, like typical weird basement shit, but it literally looked like barbarian basement.
Horrifying.
Oh, no.
So I also, I don't believe it, but
But if the opportunity arises, if there are interesting developments.
I always say if it was a scary movie, I'm either the first to die or I don't die at all.
Hey,
I don't think I'm dying.
Because if I'm the first to die in the sense of
dying.
I'm investigating.
You're not dying.
Nah, you're gonna do a
I'm
heroic.
going
He's
to
doing heroic
sacrifice
death.
myself.
Heroic death.
some dumb, some
Yeah.
dumb thing.
Everyone's like,
I'll be okay.
everyone's
Save
gonna
yourselves, bro. Let's all just run. How about that?
think- everyone's gonna think he's the final guy, but then he sacrifices himself.
And
so
then
I
he
can
turns
be
out to
final
be the
girl.
killer the
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, but me with a gun, I'm unstoppable. I'm killing
Gun,
everybody.
don't even get me started. Michael Myers, you're
Yeah,
fucking cooked.
what are you talking about?
Give me
Like,
a fucking weapon.
So many horror movies can be solved by. Name one horror movie that couldn't be solved by a gun.
You're putting me on the spot, but
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
No. First of all, Freddy Krueger, don't even get me in a dream scenario. I already know.
Yeah,
It's
he's
Inception
lives in
time.
your
I'm
dreams,
cooking
bro.
him.
But can you kill his corporeal body?
He doesn't have a corporeal body.
Ha! I don't even know what that means, so I can't.
does he have a physical body?
I
that
forgot
you
how
can
they
kill?
do this thing. I think
I did see that movie.
they
but
dream
I don't remember.
some weapon.
They dream of a weapon.
Dream.
I'll dream of
a gun.
Have you seen Shark Boy and Lava?
Yeah.
Did I see it?
Oh my god, that song is
Fucking
a great
Letterboxd
one,
5 stars. Anything that speaks English, I can defeat.
Okay.
I could destroy them verbally to the point where
With logic and
We're
reason.
gonna roast them to
Oh,
death.
first of all, don't get me started. Michael Myers with your slow ass, fucking big ass, fucking head ass, fucking no fucking face ass. And he's gonna be like, damn, and he's gonna have to go think about it.
Yeah,
that literally
yeah.
happened in It. Pennywise, he roasted him to death.
That is true.
I would have
yeah.
wrecked him.
Yeah, because he was a whole.
No bitches
it's a
having
whole
ass,
entity
fucking
having
weird
to do with
hairline having
fear,
ass.
bro. And if you're not scared of it,
Yeah,
you defeat it. Yeah,
He would be really fun to kill with a gun.
yeah, for sure.
but like
Can we talk about Sarah real quick?
she was
She was awesome.
I don't like her.
No,
You don't like Sarah?
Nah, she was a homewrecker.
because she was moving in.
She's
on
this girl.
Well, I'll say,
Nikki stabbed herself in the eye.
Nadia,
Real quick.
Nadia.
Or she sees a person that she's had a crush on for a long time and something really awful and toxic and is trying to give him a lifeline out of that.
Yeah, bro. Here's what I'll say too, because I noticed it on my viewing this. There's a theme. I noticed it on the second viewing.
Actually.
But what's funny is at the bar, right at the beginning of the movie, he finds out Sandy's that he doesn't tell anybody that his cat died, and that's why he stayed home the next day and didn't want to go out. But he leaves because, again, he doesn't want to explain it, and he wants to tell Nikki about his feelings, whatever. But he's at the bar, feels so much pressure to say the right thing and get the right moment with Nikki that he doesn't tell her, admit to her what happened to Sandy. After her and Ian walk back to the table and Sarah's there, and he has no pressure to put up this facade, he opens up to her, is vulnerable, and says Sandy died. And she's like, what? And that's where then that information gets out. She hugs him. She consoles him there in that moment, and he's able to get some kind of release. In that moment, I'm like, obviously she's seeing like him kind of like walk with Nikki, but also in this moment, she's like, he felt vulnerable and safe enough with me to share this horrible thing that happened, right? And so she's seeing that side of him because he felt no pressure.
Yeah.
To be cool or be like attractive to her. He was just himself, right? And then in later moments again, like that's kind of the theme with her is she's seeing him be his realest self because he's not thinking as much about how he's interacting with her. And I think, you're so right about the fact that like she sees him in this horrible situation where she says many times, I'm worried that she's using you to get back at Ian. And that's what he thinks. But also, like, she's worried about him. So what do you got to say about that, dude?
What's her name? Fucking Nikki literally tried to commit suicide in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Same night, she's like, yo, you up? I'm like, give it a day. Like, 2 a.m. And, that's
fair. That's fair.
So
part of that's fair.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'm on your left now. Knowing full well, whatever, even if this is toxic, it's whatever. Like, it's bad. But anyways, that's my thought of that. But that leads to that one. This is this is like his ultimate bare evilness.
Yeah.
Was when the real Nikki started talking in her sleep.
Bro.
And she's like, just kill me or whatever. And then instead he's like, what's wrong with being with me? Bro, she's in a Cthulhu hellscape right now.
Yeah.
That should be the last. You should be like, oh shit. Yo, what's good? Are you good? Let me figure this out. He went back to himself and like, and she's like, I've never been with you or blah, blah, blah. At that moment, if anything else prior, you weren't figuring it out, that should show you that she's in a torture chamber right now. You're not even trying to like ignore the fact. You're not even trying to like, well, this is not actively Nikki, but I guess it is what she is now. You now know that there's a real one and a not real one, and the real one's trapped. And you then continue to operate or go out to go see fucking Sarah. If you know that she's in there, fucking stop everything right now. Figure it out. Like, we gotta pull her out. Like, she's drowning in front of you and you just like walked away.
Yeah.
That was like literally the most insane thing.
You're absolutely right.
And again, I think it's a moment pointing back to the first scene of like, Bear is given so many opportunities. Not that he goes out searches for them. He's literally given them at so many points throughout the film. It's not till the last like 20 minutes where he actually starts trying to solve his own problems, which is like going out, getting the one wish willows, then actually trying to get the curse to break, right? He's trying to get the wish broken at that point. But literally being handed these things, especially like even in that moment, she's like, this is not me, right? There is no decision here. Like I'm not that person that you're with.
Yeah.
Right. So kill me, because she thinks that's the only way for her to be free, right? Which again, to be fair to Bear, like I'm not gonna, like, you kill a woman and then what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
Just
Can't really do that.
go into the mode where he was after Sarah dies and trying to frantically solve things. That go into that mode now before
Exactly.
anyone else dies. He's like, I'll figure that out later. Like,
Exactly. Now there's a dead body. Now he has no choice.
Yeah.
So now he has to figure it out.
Yeah. So find the homeless guy, man. Tell him to do the fucking wish. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we haven't covered, but I think we covered a lot of it.
That's pretty much it. I mean, just to kind of tie it all together, I think there's a lot of people who are, and I don't know, maybe Curry is trying to say a lot about the different experiences that men and women have in society, and maybe it's a film about feminism, and maybe it's a film about male loneliness, and who the fuck knows. But what we can see concretely is that, like you said, Bear is given opportunity after opportunity, unlike any of the female characters in this movie, of like, they have to work so hard just to be on equal footing with their male peers, and still things are taken away from them. Their entire lives are taken away from them, and they're pit against each other for no reason. For what? Dick? That's not important. Like, it's really not. And that's not a diss on Curry. I think he did a really good job of showing how society, how men pit women against each other, and how men are constantly handed on a silver platter opportunities to raise themselves up, to be good people, to show their friends, to like be the man. And he still squanders it.
Yeah. Well, I saw someone like, even my friends will tell me stories of like stuff like in their relationships or people that they're talking to. And man, the bar is in hell these days.
Literally.
Some of these things these people are doing are literally like the most asinine behavior. And then these girls were like, oh no, but like, he's just like that. And this, I'm like, what do you mean just like that? He like killed your dog and you're just like letting that slide? Like, I don't know. It's just, it's not like even a recent thing. This is like a bajillion years in the making, but like, there's a, like, and it also, what was that? There's like a term. Oh, it's called like I can't pronounce it, but the banality of evil.
The banality of evil, yeah.
Where it's like, every small like what's his name? Fucking Bear. He's not like a fucking Lex Luthor who's like, I'm gonna take over the world. Yeah. But it's every small little cowardice decision that leads to supremely evil outcomes that he's not recognizing. He's not recognizing that his lack of action or his small little actions are leading to horrendous like outcomes, which happens a lot in like the real world. Like,
absolutely.
Like a politician could be like, well, I'm not voting on this thing. I didn't make a vote. Well, you not making a vote, a lot of people died, right?
Yeah.
Because you didn't make a vote for something.
Yeah.
And you went home and you went to sleep. Or also like, I don't know if you've seen The Zone of Interest, but
I know of The Zone of Interest, even though I haven't watched it.
That movie.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's a sad one from,
It's about these people who, these like Nazi families that live next to Auschwitz. Like Auschwitz is across the wall.
Oh, yes. No, we did see this. Did we not?
I don't remember watching this.
Okay. Never mind. I can see like the movie poster.
Yeah. So the crazy part is like they're eating breakfast and they're like fanning away like the smoke from the smokestacks coming away, or like they're hearing the screams at night. Yeah. And so they just close their windows. And some people are so literal, and like some like internet people are like, what's wrong with like closing your windows, or what's wrong with this? That's not the fucking point. The point is that there's something crazy going on and you're not addressing it.
Yeah.
Or you're not even doing the slightest thing about it, which, I mean, in this case, it's like him noticing all these signs, even when, like you said, it's served up to him. She's like, I'm in hell. And he's like, what about me though? Like, whatever. Like, it's even back to the cat. Like, what did you do? Bro, you have fucking everything on the fucking floor in front of this cat. There's wet food, there's dry food, there's your grandma's pills, which were from the bathroom from there. The cat didn't go all the way there, bring it all the way here.
A cat can't open a
And that's his
top.
grandma's pills because he took his grandma's apartment. So he got the apartment handed to him. And it's like, I don't know.
That's right. Even like the place that he lives, the furniture.
It's not even his.
That's true. She's even
Everything,
like,
it's not
this place is
his.
nicer than your last place. And he's like, yeah, I got it from my grandma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Literally has everything laid out for him.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just, as my last point, I'm just want to talk about like how brilliant I think the writing is, the storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can tell they have these comedy chops.
Yeah.
The writing is perfect, in my opinion, setup and then actual like fulfilling the setup, right?
Yeah.
Actually resolving it. The writing is brilliant. I think there's one of my favorite parts of the script is at the party where Nikki decides we've planted that she's a writer and that she's been working on this stuff. And she does that horrible, gross Hansel and Gretel excerpt from her book, which
I
I've
need
heard.
the full book. I need the book.
Which I've also heard people say is like potentially a crack of real Nikki leaking out.
Oh, yeah. It's
In
like
terms of using the story of Hansel and Gretel as like these are a brother and sister
Yeah.
who are doing something wrong. Right? This is an incestuous sexual relationship versus something that's actually like love and real. It's like trauma bonding gone to the complete extreme. But that writing is beautiful and horrible and is like haunting. And listening to it again, that was the one part of the movie where I was like, I've watched it again, but I was actually like reacting in real time to listening to it.
One of my favorite parts of that scene is just seeing like they cut to everyone else's faces and they're just like, it was so real because that's how people they wouldn't be like, hey guys, that was weird, right? Or what? They're just like, oh, anyone want a drink? Or like, that's like what really like happened in that kind of scenario.
Yeah.
And when she got up and you thought like she was going to do something to Sarah, all she does is like pull her chair to the back. That was scary.
It's horrifying.
Because you think something's going to happen. And it's
She's
like,
acted so crazy already. You're like scared of what she might do.
Yeah.
freaky, one might say. Well, I think that's a good place to end. Thank you guys for coming. I feel like we were talking about it earlier. Like our last pod was a year ago for like the biggest scary movie of the summer with Sinners. So it doesn't have to be until the next time with the next summer blockbuster. But I think we'll have you guys like on again soon to talk about whatever the hell else is going on. And
Yeah, for sure.
maybe we'll be in the next fucking Obsession, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be like the guy in the background, just like some weird shit's going on, guys.
I'll be doing some weird lesbian shit. But
yeah, just from a bunch of IMDb actors, any final messages before we close it out? No.
Say how you feel. Have the balls to say how you feel. Everybody has some balls.
Even if you don't have balls, you have balls.
Even if you don't have balls, you have balls.
well, all balls were originally ovaries, so
All right, that's
Grow a
enough for
pair.
today.
So grow a pair and say what you feel.
say how you feel,
Grow a pair and don't be scared.
There you go.
even if it's scary. Do it anyway.
Well,
Get some help.
Get some.
yeah, therapy for both. Well, the therapy didn't go well for that first guy either. That didn't.
No, the therapy went well, but other things happened.
True. Liminal spaces and alternate dimensions happen.
Yeah.
Well, granted, if that doesn't happen to you, get therapy. But thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Bye.